What's the full story behind Elon Musk's involvement with the Thai cave rescue effort?
Couple of answers here are almost there except Jeremy's, which is basically defending Musk as this poor guy who tried to help and got slammed with a sprinkle of light condemnation for some cred. It left out one very important event. And it makes it more curious given the very professional lengths he went to paint the picture. And even more curious is that Musk referred to Jeremy's post as an intelligent and thoughtful piece. A post on Quora? I smell a rat. And it's mostly just a post on how mean people are. A Twitter critique. Please. I could pen an article and copy-paste 10,000 tweets from Musk's sycophants who agreed Unsworth was a pedo. What does that prove either way? Nothing, except there's a lot of knobs in the world. Anyway, on with what happened. Keeping it simple with events mixed with reasonable assumptions. First, Musk has a knight in shining armor complex. Nothing wrong with that. In extreme cases like his, it is accompanied by a large ego. No big deal, if it doesn't get in the way of saving lives. Most ultra-successful people are like this, but it has context. Prequel. Vern Unworth knows the caves like no one else. He's mapped them. Has decades of caving experience. He knows every passage, every diameter. He literally points the rescuers to where the boys are and says, "You need to get these guys in." He is the mastermind. Without him, and others, the boys would be dead. The events. Musk hears about the rescue. His ears prick up and he's away. Great stuff. Good on him. He somehow gets aligned to a divers. Now you are in a tense situation and some innovative billionaire offers some crazy solution, so you think nothing lost here and we're desperate. Go for it, dude. He brings the sub to the site. Impressive in the time frame. But it's unbelievably tense. The first rescue has occurred and by now they've all but sussed it out. The experts look at the sub, talk about it, and the official then tells Musk, "Thanks for the offer, but it's not what we need, and be on your way because we've got lives to save and this is now a distraction." This is important. If you think the official acted alone, you'd be delusional. There would be experts everywhere. They'd been planning the rescue for a week or so. Rehearsals. Meticulous planning. It was working. The sub could only bring out one at a time. It might not even fit through the narrow passages. The boys would have to be able to test it too. Claustrophobia? Air systems? It would have to be tested. Etc. etc. At the time it was preposterous to even consider it. Not Musk's fault. He had a crack, but it wasn't needed. This was a different time than when Stanton suggested he have a go, and the distraction definitely wasn't welcome. And Unsworth would definitely have been one of the experts consulted. You know, the guy who knows every inch of the cave. In fact, it's probably reasonable to assume that he might have been one of the main guys who would have said, "Nah, no chance." Now, there's one thing here we don't know. What was the mood like at the site? Did Musk waltz in and the team wasn't happy with the intrusion and there was tension? Because it would have been a bit of a circus all round. Did Musk react and argue when being told to leave? Who knows? Perhaps it might in some way explain his bitey tweet at the official? Now here's where the shit starts, but many gloss over this important point and think it has no bearing. Bullshit. Musk jumps on Twitter because to him he has been humiliated. He's frantically built the sub, taken a team over, gone to the caves and been turned away. He jumps on and has a dig at the official saying he's not an expert, and his title is wrong, and then proceeds to copy tweets that only state, "Yeah dude, it could be useful." See point 2. So let's sit back and look what Musk did. He effectively tried to discredit a team member and create conflict between a team in the middle of a crisis to make it look like he's been wronged. Not cool. Not cool at all. And when they find out, that team will hit you like a ton of bricks. You better believe it. And why did he send the tweet anyway? What was he trying to prove? That he was wrong in being turned away? That the sub would have had a better outcome? He wasn't wronged in being turned away, and the outcome would not have been better. What purpose did the tweet serve? The boys had been saved, dude. And even then he was doubling down, saying that he's going to go back to the cave and prove it would be work. I'll fix those bastards. Oh, hey, great effort team. See some classic behaviors happening here, people? Let it go, man. It doesn't matter. Now from here I am tipping that the rescue team has got wind of this and thought, what a sanctimonious little prick. Trying to discredit us and make it all about him. Why didn't he just walk away and go, glad I could try and help? And that's IT. But, no. These people, the overloaded knights in shining armor, cannot handle when their offers get knocked back. Their ego is dented, so they start dissing anyone who rejected them. Sounding like a certain POTUS we know? So, when Unsworth, who no doubt has had to deal with all sorts of crazy shit for weeks, probably hardly any sleep and doesn't suffer fools, gets asked what did he think of Musk's idea, he said what he said. Most of us in that situation would have probably done the same. Okay, maybe he was a bit harsh. He should have offered some lube. Although it was apparently a tiny sub designed to fit in small crevices. Jokes aside, if you're still going Musk's tweet had nothing to do with Unsworth's comments, then offer an explanation, because the only ones I've seen are clutching at straws. He was riding the anti-Musk narrative. What? He was jealous of Stanton. Ha ha ha. So, he wouldn't have seen Musk's divisive tweet, but he saw Stanton's? Please. So, come on. Really, why would Unsworth be so salty? He's not just going to come out at random and say that. And it's not because he was writing the narrative. That's absurd. He wouldn't have given a shit about the narrative. And then of course Musk did what all good narcissistic egomaniacs do. He lost his shit and called him a pedo and a nobody. I'm seeing a nobody trend. Sorry? The guy who knows every inch of the caves. And the guy has a daughter, dude, and you've plastered it all over the internet to your 20 million followers. Many of who are going, yeah, he's a pedo, alright, you go Elon, our hero. No people, Unsworth was a hero, Musk lucked out this time. Look, I didn't have an opinion of Musk either way. I thought he was an innovator and at first did a good thing. But looking at it from an objective point of view and seeing the events unfold, he is an ass and an egomaniac. In summary, there only needs to be two key questions that warrant intelligent, unbiased answers. Everything else is byplay and a distraction. Why did Musk feel the need to tweet about the official's title and declare he wasn't the expert? Why was Unsworth so salty? Be interested in any logical and intelligent conclusions. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to subscribe and click the like button. When the stories run out, make sure to flip the tape over to continue. Adios, amigos.